Hare Krishna. Thinking is not just a matter of thinking. Thinking is thinking, thoughts, attitude. These are often considered very important in today's world, especially in the genre of self-help. And people often are exhorted by self-help teachers. Think positive. Don't let negative thoughts sabotage you. Cultivate positive thoughts. Now, this is a valuable and important message, a vital message, in fact, that you should cultivate positive thoughts. But what such exhortations assume, and assume incorrectly, is that thinking is just a matter of thinking. That means that if somebody is thinking negative, just by adjustment, by using one's willpower, one can change one's thoughts from negative to positive. Or say one can change one's thoughts from self-centered to purpose-centered, or whatever. That these thought of changes can be brought about by oneself. This conception is actually an illusion. It is incorrect, it is inadequate understanding, because our thoughts are not just some things that can arbitrarily grow anywhere, right? For example, there are different seeds, and certain seeds grow in certain seasons, in certain atmospheres, in certain kinds of soil, and we can't just transplant one kind of crop, say, or one kind of seed, whether it be flower or fruit or grain, whatever. We can't expect it to grow in an entirely different situation automatically. Now, we need to carefully monitor. Either we have to have the original situation where the crops grow, or we have to, if we are going to do transplantation, then we have to carefully replicate a conducive situation. So similarly, if we consider our inner environment and our inner thought pattern, or our underlying worldview, our under disposition, that to be like the factors which determine the growth of particular kinds of thoughts, which are like seeds. So, the Bhagavad says, Sattvat sanjayate jnanam, rajaso lobha evacha, pramadamaham tavaso, bhavato ajnanam evacha. In 14.9 it says that Sattvat sanjayate jnanam, that jnana, knowledge, is the result of sattva. So Krishna doesn't say that simply abhyasad, sattvat abhyasad sanjayate jnanam. Krishna doesn't say that knowledge comes simply by studying. He says it comes by living in the mode of goodness, by cultivating the mode of goodness. So this means that when we say that we should be thoughtful, we should be positive, we should be contemplative, we should choose thoughts that are healthy and empowering. Now all this requires the mode of goodness, because in the mode of goodness, as Krishna says 2 verses later in 14.11, sarvadvareshu dehesmin prakasham upajayate jnanam yada tada vidya viruddham sattvam, that in goodness sarvadvareshu dehesmin prakasham upajayate, that we can see that what is what in the mode of goodness, that we can, it's as if the doors of the senses are illumined with knowledge, and then we can see what is what, and then we can choose and act accordingly. So what we need in such a situation is to recognize that we at our core are spiritual beings, and as spiritual beings we are above the thoughts which are situated in the mind, and by observing those thoughts we can choose the right kind of thoughts. And if we are living hyperactive, passionate lives, then our whole mental structure is geared towards instant action. And at such a time, when we are geared towards instant action, we cannot cultivate deep contemplation. So we need to change the fabric of our inner world, the structure of our inner world, its building blocks are, it can be either from goodness or passion or ignorance. So if you want to change our thinking, it's not just a matter of changing our thinking alone. Yes, we need to strive to change our thoughts, but just as seed is to make different kinds of seeds grow, we also may need to acquire some soil, probably need to create a proper environment, maybe a greenhouse, or otherwise provide water or whatever that is required. Similarly, to cultivate good thoughts, positive thoughts, we need, it's not just a matter of changing our thinking, we need to give proper inputs. That means we need to read books which act like providing water. And in fact, if we read the Bhagavad Gita regularly, if we mold our life in such a way that we are getting more and more sattvic inputs, then that will not only act as the water which nourishes the seed of positive thoughts, but that will also actually change the soil gradually, change the soil from, say, barren to fertile, and in that way enable the seeds of positive thoughts to flourish. So thinking is not just a matter of thinking. To change our thinking, we need to change our reading, our studying, and our living. So that the more we make it positive, the more we make it sattvic, the more positive thoughts will naturally emerge and blossom in the garden of our consciousness. And we will be able to relish the rich and delicious fruits of positive thoughts, that is, positive actions and positive success in our life. Thank you.